Hey, hi, and hello. Today I have a Mementotlan deck profile, or Memento deck profile, that I went 3-1 at my locals today. So let's just start off with the main deck. I play one Combined Creation, one Horn Dragon, one Gaddock, and one Goblin. I like this ratio. Sometimes, most of the time, you don't need to see the second one because they're always shuffled back. But game 2 and 3, they usually, if they decide in like Crow or Bestials, which happened only to me one time, they Bestialed, but they did not hit these. So either way, they basically carried really good. You could run 2 Goblin. Gaddock is questionable, but let me know. And best card in the deck, Dark Blade. Every single game, going first, going second, saw him. Actually insane. But second best card, Anguish plus Bone Party, dodge Imperm, dodge Effect Failure. Actually crazy. And I played 3 Tatsu. I think this ratio, 3-3-3, is mandatory. You could look towards cutting to 2 Tatsu, but even Tatsu itself is a 1-card starter, or it's not fully like 1 card. It doesn't end off at the same boards as Darkblade or Anguish, but it is still very good. Then, last monster, 2 Mace. The second one comes up because you're dumping 1 and searching for 1. If you already have like other cards in hand, you can always search for Mace. So you're starting with Mace. So you can Anguish and get Goblin instead. So you have protection and a Snatch Steal. So that's really good. Onto the spells. The newest spell, Mementotlan Fusion. Insane. Put in so much work going to Twin Dragon, and then going in also into the other fusion monsters. Now I will show later. And of course, 3 Bone Party, MVP, dodge Imperm, dodge Effect Failure. So yeah, actually insane. The piercing effect never came up because either the game would already be over, or yeah, the board would be cleared. And I play 1 field spell because the fusion spell can search it. Really good. You can debate bumping it up to 2, but then you'd have to depend on playing field spell searches, which I rather just play non-engine. Then for our 1 memento trap, I'm choosing to play the Cranium Burst. It's actually super good because it forces your opponent to attack into your Combined Creation. And even if your Combined Creation is in defense and like they drop LEDE to have to attack, they still have to go into the 5,000, which is actually insane. That's how I won a game. And 5 negates, what can I say? Onto our non-engine. Y'all are going to be questioning my ratios, but we have 3 Imperm, 2 Nibiru, 2 Ash, and 2 Ghost Ogre. Why did I choose to play 2s? Like, I'd rather not clog my hands with hand traps, and I want to see the 9 1-card starters, essentially. So these are all hand traps that I feel are gonna be played, especially this format. Even though fire is still prevalent, Ash Blossom is really good still, hitting a bunch of decks. I played 2 crossout. Of course, you don't have to play crossout. You can opt to play more hand traps, but I feel like if you can cross out Ash or any of the Ghost Sisters and then dodge with Bone Party, it's actually, you're basically gas. 2 talents. This card did not really come up other than one game where I drew 2 talents and clogged my hand. But otherwise, you can, if you prefer playing talents, then you can. But you can cut this for other cards. Then I played 2 Super Poly, because you have room in the extra deck to play Super Poly. And it just basically hits a bunch of decks at the format right now. Yep. And for 1-up spells, I play 1 Call by the Grave and 1 Rhoda. Rhoda the Search Darkblade. This deck semi loses to Droll, but so if you want, you could side Drolls. I don't have Drolls at the moment, so I did not side them. To the extra deck, we have two Twin Dragon. Actually, insane fusion monster. At this moment, it's basically insane advantage. It's part of the combo. Then you have 1 Guardian Chimera, the honorary Mementotlan monster, because you can summon this off of fusion on your opponent's turn as well if you have fusion set, since fusion is a quick play, which is actually really good. And if you fill up your board hand, so pop 2, pop 3, or pop 1, draw 2, actually insane. Then for our Super Poly targets, 1 Mud Dragon, 1 Garura, 1 Dragostapelia. You can also summon Dragostapelia off of Mementotlan Fusion if you already have a Twin Dragon on field. This is really good. And 1 Earth Golem Adagnister. Only one that really came up during the locals was Garura. So, yep. Extra deck, play Anima, because Mace and Goblin are level 1s. Dark Charmer never came up. IP is just part of your end board, essentially. Unicorn never came up once, but it's a good utility to have. Appaloosa, I never went into her as well. And Underworld Goddess. Most of the time, my IP got Forbidden Dropleted about 3 times, 4 times this locals. But when it did not get dropleted, essentially I always went into Underworld Goddess, because 1, your Divine Creation, something about Anguish, that's 1 body. Anguish will get you Mace. Mace will let you steal, so you take 1 of theirs. And if they somehow, at that point, if they use their normal summon up, and they have, what deck they're playing, and they have no way of getting another body out, then you hypothetically could go into Appaloosa. But I always waited until they brought another body up, and then IP into Underworld Goddess, because then you basically eat 2 of their monsters. I didn't have a broken, Monster Reborn Negate, essentially, and it has to be targeted, which is really good. And we play 1 Chaos Angel, 1 Typhon. Chaos Angel did come up one time in my game 4, where I went against Kashtira Snake-eyes Rescue Ace, which is really cool. Shout out him. But I forgot the banish effect off of Chaos Angel, which basically lost me the game, but that is okay. We learn from our mistakes, and we learn to read the Yu-Gi-Oh players. But yeah, Horn Dragon and Gaddock is the only way you make this. So it does come up. And Typhon, really good if you play Talons to steal. Onto the side, never sided a single card in all the matchups. First matchup I played Madolche. Second matchup I played Virtual World Adventure. The third matchup I played Yubel. And fourth matchup I played Kashtira Snake-eyes Rescue Ace. Never sided. This side deck is basically 10 Pi hate. So just 3 Unending Nightmare, 3 D-Barrier, 3 Wabaku, and 3 Threatening Roar. And just in case, because I know there are runic players, we have 3 Chaos Hunter. So that is the side. And let's go ahead and open my prizes. So I got 1 OTS and 4 Legacy of Destruction. Let's go. OTS. Not looking. Yep, we got a Terrors of the Overroot Hollow, Heim of Light, and Raid Raptor Call. Here are 4 packs. We have a Morian, Ragnarok Skeletal Soldier, Sinful Soil Struggle, Saigenpai Biden Dragion, Embers of the Ashen. We have a Zoma the Earthbound Spirit, Ancient Gear Advance, and Papa's Footsteps, Mika Zuko no Yaiba, and a Ragnaraka Chain Coils. Isa, Extinguish the Ashen, Talons, and we pulled an Enlightenment Dragon. Melodious Concerto, Lightsworn Aegis, Disarmia, Tantrum Toddler, and a more Marshmallow. Unfortunately, no hits, but that's how it goes. Sometimes you do good and don't pull anything. Sometimes you do bad and you pull amazing. But I hope you guys enjoyed the deck profile. Definitely explore this deck. It's actually really, really good. If they don't have Shifter, of course. And yeah, can't wait for the new support in Infinite Forbidden. This deck's really good. So do learn the lines, because I'm sure you'll be playing it soon. Or against it soon. Bye.